or
Which
outside
kind
my
of
top
begs the
three.
question: what what is Kuroko's basketball? You know, like what do
It's
we
about a
actually
dude.
define as Kuroko's basketball?
Oh, it's about a dude who sat on and said, you know what? In order to win at basketball, you have to play as a team. And this is what goes into that. And he showed him doing it his way.
But
And
I would
y'all
say
lost.
that I would say Akashi played as a team, like with his team. Like I didn't see him dominate and just take every shot like the Generation of Miracles per se.
They didn't have the best player though.
That is true.
I feel like because they actually Akashi when he started playing with his team, he
Mhm.
elevated everybody else's game. Like they all went in the zone. He got all of them in the zone. He
Yeah, that
like
was crazy.
he raised the level of the team. He raised their skill level.
But
But
that's what I'm saying. Like he played team basketball.
but when Kagami did it, his teammates actually raised his level. Like Akashi made everybody else better, but they didn't necessarily make him better. When Kagami went into that super zone, like Kuroko elevated him to a level where no one could even guard him.
Power of teamwork.
So you guys are saying Kuroko's basketball is Akashi's basketball, but just with a higher synchronization
Yeah,
of the in the zone.
they just executed it better, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe it's because Kuroko was on that team. He elevated Kagami to that level. Maybe if Akashi was, or maybe if Aomine was playing with him, he could have opened up that last door. So maybe Kuroko was that missing piece because he's like Kurko's the ultimate team player. He puts the team above himself, which I guess Akashi was doing that too. But I mean,
I don't know.
That's Kuroko's like skill. Like he's an asset out there because he's making everybody else better.
And on Akashi, when that dude messed up in the game, he was like, "Oh no, you can still stay on the court." And he basically was like, "Yeah, you're worthless, but I'm gonna use you until you're nothing else. I'm gonna use you as a distraction while I do what I need to do." So he kind of threw his teammate under the bus during that game.
That was like the Emperor
Yeah.
Akashi, but I see what
Mhm.
Rob's saying. Like they were pretty similar.
No, I'd actually disagree with you guys. I think Kuroko's basketball is not so much the teamwork. I think it's sort of the mentality of the players, kind of, in a sense, having fun, but kind of more than that, being on the same page as far as uh, we're here together trying to win together more so than we're kind of just going to do our own individual thing or we're just going to follow whatever this man tells us, which was a Kashi situation where he's just kind of dictating more so than sort of the decentralized way that Sarian was playing, if you want to think about it like that.
I feel like Akashi's teammates weren't necessarily making him better. Like he elevated their game. He got them all in the zone by giving them those great passes. But I can't remember if they were like dishing the ball back to him or setting up Akashi. Whereas when Kuroko was doing it on his team on Serene, they were all on the same page that like everything's got to go through Kagami, and then Kagami will find us if he doesn't have it.
Well, it's a difference of position too. You got to think about that. Like Kuroko is not the point guard. Akashi's the point guard.
They
So
always
when you think
had
about it
him
like
as
that,
they always had him as a question mark whenever they
Yeah, that was so
did
funny.
the show split, like when it would come back. They'd have like the little pop up showing what everyone's position was. He always had the question marks. He didn't
yeah,
have.
he didn't.
He was,
I
look,
guess
he
he
was a
made his own
positionless
position.
player. He was for the team.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, my thoughts about Kuroko's basketball is pre the generation of miracles really breaking out into their talents. Like if you imagine that flashback of what they were before when everything was golden, that's kind of Kuroko's basketball in my mind. That's what I'm
Like
thinking.
that first season of middle school.
Like when they go into the flashback of, you know, when Tetsu joined the Generation of Miracles and they're first playing together, and Aomine is having a good time. He's not like, I guess people aren't giving up when they're playing against them. Before the Generation of Miracles recognize their like true ability.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to get back to that and show them that so that they could get back together. I think that was his intention in winning.
No, I can agree with both of you. I definitely think it's about having fun, but I think that also I mean, that comes as working together as a team and just being completely in sync. That's probably the most fun you could have on a basketball court.
Yeah.